And speaking of being a Karen, you can't really see because of all the lights in the studio, but I've got a pretty good tan going on and with a fresh coat of red from going to Sanibel Beach today for 4 hours, which is the fourth time. So the last 4 weekends we've gone. Two things, interestingly. The first 2 weekends we went, we parked at the lighthouse. And I don't know what it is about the tide and that water, but that whole area is just a smorgasbord of sand dollars. As you're walking, you feel bad because you feel them kind of crumbling underneath your feet. You try not to step on them, but it's just sand dollars as far as the feet can feel. I would say as far as the eye can see, the water's clear, but not that clear. But as far as the feet can feel. And then last weekend we went on a Sunday, which was a mistake, and the lighthouse is completely packed. So we had to drive to the other side of the island and go to that beach, which is still a nice beach. It's just on the other side of the island. And the interesting thing of that, and if you watch the last episode of the video I put up on our YouTube channel, you'll see that we had handfuls of starfish. And these weren't just, every one of these things were just drooping over your hands. And no, we weren't keeping them, picking them up, touching them, moving them out of the way. Keeping them, picking them up, looking at them, moving them out of the way. Yes, we're molesting them, but we weren't keeping them, and we sure as fuck wasn't killing them. Which brings me to today and some very bad parenting that I saw. And us having to turn into what we affectionately refer to as passive-aggressive Pat. So
Must be related to narcissistic
I
Ned.
think it's his wife. I think passive-aggressive Pat's narcissistic Ned's wife. So we're out in the tide, and we're playing with sand dollars. And there's a family. It's a mother, a father, probably in their mid to late 30s. They had 3 kids with them, all of them under the age of 10, I would say.
Okay.
And they got one of those little styrofoam swimming boards. It kind of looks like a bodyboard, but most people use them in like a swimming pool.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And they have 2 sand dollars sitting on it. And I found number 3. Boop. No, I'm just ignoring them. And I found number 6. And I hear the dad say, "Well, you want to take these things home?" Now, when you get to Sanibel Island, and it's all about preservation of nature. They got 2 of the biggest nature preserves out there. They got Ding Darling and Crow, which is the rehabilitation center. So if you run over a turtle anywhere in Southwest Florida, you hit a herring, you injure any form of wildlife, you try your best to put it in a box, take it to any local veterinarian clinic, and they will put it in the back, and they will call Crow. Crow will send out one of their volunteers to pick it up, take it, rehabilitate it, and then release it back into the wild. Very cool program. It's been around fucking ever. And so Crow's looking. And so when you pull into the parking lot of Sanibel, it says no live shelling or no live, I don't know the exact word, but it basically makes reference to things that you don't think are alive, such as sand dollars and starfish. Because anybody who lives up north, they know that you go to your mom's or your sister's house, there's bleached out, either real or bleached out fake sand dollars and starfish on the back of everybody's toilets. What's the old joke? I think it was what the hell is his redneck guy? Anyhow, Jeff
Foxworthy?
Jeff Foxworthy has a story, an old joke. For some reason, you can always find a beach on the back of someone's toilet, but you can never find a toilet on the beach. And so there's signs all over the place. And so they're collecting sand dollars, and I hear the dad say to the kid, "Hey, you want to take these home?" And I said loud enough, "You know those are alive, right?" And he ignored me. And Carrie said, Don't do that. She kicks in the teacher mode. Let me handle this. So she backs up to him where she's about 5 feet from him, and Sariana has one in her hand. Sariana's like 20 feet from her. She said loud enough, "Sariana, make sure you put that back when you're done. It's alive. You don't want to kill it. We're not taking it home. It's alive. You don't want to kill it." Okay, fine. A little passive aggressive, but message delivered. We're not embarrassing these people in front of their kids by educating them on what's going on.
You just wanted to straight up confront the motherfucker.
Clearly, they don't know or they don't care. I'm assuming, giving them the benefit of the doubt, that they're tourists. They're from out of state. They don't know. Problem should be solved. If you're a good parent and you give a shit about nature or even small animals, oh shit, these are alive. Let's put them back in the water. Not so much. They kept collecting them. And so Carrie and I went to go back to our chair after a while, which come to find out later, we were sitting behind them on the beach. And as we pass them by, the mother says something passive aggressive too, something like, "Boy, we should have enough of these to take home here soon." And basically trying to jab one back at me, right? And I didn't say nothing to her, went back. So we're up there for about 15, 20 minutes. We're walking back, and the little boy's walking by me. He's like 8, 7. Apparently his mom got him in on this game now. He's like, "Beep, beep, watch out, sand dollars coming through." And he walks past me, and Sarah Ann's behind me, and I guess they ask her if she wants one. I turn around. They have their fucking menu board with no shit, probably 70 of these fucking things stacked up higher than 4 medium pizza boxes. They're not collecting or they're harvesting fucking sand dollars.
Guy gonna be selling them on at a swap meet or some shit.
And they just walked up and start putting them in a bag. And it's like, I really want to say something, but I was like, fuck it. And of course, after they've already walked up with their metric ton of sand dollars killing them and put them in a bag, 5 minutes later, a cop drives by. If he would have drove by when they were walking up there, he probably would have first give them a warning, or after seeing how many they had, perhaps fine them for every single one they have. The only satisfaction we have is to know that if they are tourists, that probably sometime, I don't know, about tomorrow, their entire hotel room is going to smell like dead fucking fish. But hopefully they're already on the road and their car is going to smell like dead fish. Sadly, that means they'll throw all of them away and so they'll all die for nothing. But no, you're probably right. They're probably going to go home, bleach them out, and sell them on fucking Pinterest or whatever those websites are. And there's nothing to do. And these other women were looking at them. I said, "Yeah." I said, that's a metric ton of sand dollars. And one woman was like, "I was just telling them I feel bad every time I step on one of them." And the other girl's like, "I should go say something to him." I said, "Go ahead. We already tried." But yeah. And it's like, what bad parent? Not only when someone made you aware that those things are alive, you're not supposed to collect them. Not only do you not tell your kids, let's put them back, but you get your kid involved into talking shit. "Beep, beep, watch out. Sand dollars coming through."
That seems like the same type of personality as you got to fuck them before they fuck you, kid. That's what you got to learn.
Just two shitty white parents fucking running 3 kids, man.
I live in a trailer.
It's just,
I shouldn't say that.
And what makes it worse is 30 minutes later, there's a little girl, got her beach sand skimming kit, stack of fucking sand dollars, heading on up to the beach to talk to mom. It's like, I give up. Luckily, there's 30 million of them out here, so they're not really putting a dent. But it's just like, I don't know if the education's just not there. Maybe they need to, I don't know. But it's like, you just throw your hands up. And I'm not even a tree hugger, but it's like, come on. I mean, you turn the things over, you see them wiggling. They're clearly a fucking lie. They leave yellow, like iodine all over your hands from whatever they eat. And it's just like, oh.
Getting all over you.
And the sad thing is, people do that with starfish too, and those fuckers wiggle all over your hands too.
Yeah. It's just nuts. The last time I was at Sanibel was years ago, and it was just a bunch of dead horseshoe crabs.
Yeah, that's because I think red tide was real bad at that point.
Yeah, it was winter, I think, so it may have been coming off a red tide, whatever, and I was like, well. But so I had the thought. I think it's. I'm trying to be original in my thought.
Oh, here we go.
Sure.
$500 fine, Lori says on the Facebook live stream. Is that per unit? God, could you imagine if they would have got caught with 65, 70 of those goddamn things? And I'm not even exaggerating. The dad had it like right here holding it, and the stack was up to like almost his chin in a pyramid. I mean, they're and a sand dollar. I mean, they're smaller in your hand. There clearly had to be probably 70, 80, maybe even 100 on there. And it was just, like I said, of course, 10 minutes after they have them in their bag and they're packing, here comes the Sanibel police officer and his side-by-side. I was so...
per unit. Yeah. That is a per unit.
Maybe, hopefully, they ran I don't know. Hopefully, maybe they got... no, if they would have been tagged in the parking lot, I would saw them on the left. But it's just...
What are you in for? Pilfering sand dollars.
Well, I didn't pay my fine.
70. Oh, that's $500 a piece.
Yeah.
See if it's $1,000 a piece, that'd be $70,000. So at $500 a piece, you're looking at $35,000.
if they had 70 of them.
That's big.
But you know,
What are you gonna do?
usually in that case, the cops will cut him a break and just get him a ticket for $15,000. Give him a
Or
half
say,
off.
okay, now I need you to take them out to the ocean and throw them back.
But
in.
at that point, they're already in a bag sitting out in the sun, fucking roasting away, man. They didn't even put them like in a net. They put them in a plastic Ziploc bag, and we're just watching. And it's like, what do? Go up there, make a scene, get in a physical altercation in front of this. Then I'm the worst guy for fighting somebody in front of his 3 little kids.
So Lori says that could be also a month up to a month in jail. So, what are you in for?
Yeah,
The great sand dollar fiasco.
I just don't get it, man.
Paper.
I told Carrie, I said, I'm about to go up there and grab my
That's
camera.
how I make my money.
I
gotta sell sand dollars at the flea market.
Carrie would stop me because I was about ready when they're walking up there. I was like, I'm going to go get my camera, my phone, and I'm going to take a video of them. And she's like, no, you don't want to get in a fight. I said, but then they'll get caught. She's like, what do you think? What? I said, well, there's been stories where people have taken videos while on vacation where they're like harassing fucking manatee and shit, and they put it on Facebook and end up getting tickets from the Florida Fish and Wildlife.
So public shaming can go a long way. But then you'll be called a male Karen again.
Oh, I've already been called a mayor Karen for calling somebody out for driving like a shit dick with a fucking utility trailer you're renting from U-Haul. Well, I was talking. This is before today. I was talking to Zach the other day, and he said, "Well, starfish is kill reefs, and that's what's killing the Great Barrier Reef." And I said, "I thought global warming was killing the Great Barrier Reef." And he said, "Well, the CO2 creates whatever the starfish enjoy eating in those areas, and so it's actually when the starfish get to the coral reefs that they're the ones actually killing it. They don't show that in Finding Nemo."
This has been a Digital 410 production.